Let's set one thing straight right away. When I say twin flames are evolving into divine counterparts, I don't mean you have to leave your person. But I also don't mean you should stay in a cycle of pain, waiting for someone to change. The truth? This shift isn't about whether it's the same person or a new person. It's about whether the energy itself is aligned. And here's where it gets real. If this shift happens, the person you're meant to be with will align. If that's your twin flame, they'll rise into it with you. If not, someone else will. Either way, you're stepping into a connection that actually matches you, not one that keeps you stuck. A lot of people hear divine counterpart and assume it means they're moving on. That's not the full picture. The real shift happening in 2025 is that twin flames were never meant to be about pain, suffering, or waiting. That was a distortion. Instead, the connection is either evolving into something higher, clearer, and more aligned, or it's revealing itself as something that was never meant to last in its current state. And this is the key. If your connection is truly meant for you, it won't require pain to exist. It will naturally evolve into a state of mutual alignment. And if it doesn't, that's your sign that something better is aligning. Many people still believe that if someone is your twin flame, they have to evolve with you eventually. This keeps people stuck in the belief that waiting is the answer. But the truth, which almost no one is saying, is that free will always exists and alignment is always a choice. Even a twin flame can resist growth, just like anyone else. And this is what is important to know. Twin flames are not immune to stagnation. If someone doesn't rise, it doesn't mean they weren't your twin flame, it means they made a different choice. Your timeline is about you, not about what someone else is choosing. And here's the truth nobody wants to say. Yes, sometimes this shift means a new person enters. But not because your twin flame was never real, and not because you moved on in the way people usually think. It happens because your frequency changes. When you fully align with your highest self, you will only attract relationships that match that frequency. If your twin flame steps up into that energy with you, they are your divine counterpart. If they don't, someone else will meet you at that level. That's the difference, not replacing someone, but aligning with what's truly meant for you. The old twin flame narrative was built on separation, pain, and the idea that you had to suffer before you could unite. But in reality, that's a distortion. A true divine connection doesn't require pain as a prerequisite for love. It doesn't keep you trapped in waiting, over-explaining, or chasing. That's why so many people are disconnecting from the twin flame label and shifting into something that feels more true. Not because it's something different, but because the energy itself is moving into something higher. The real question isn't, is this my twin flame? It's, is this connection evolving with me? Because if it is, you'll know. It will feel clearer, more peaceful, more aligned. But if your connection feels like constant resistance, leaves you feeling stuck in longing, waiting, or suffering, or has you making excuses for why they aren't showing up fully, then you have to ask yourself, is this the highest version of love I can allow in? And here's where it gets real. If your twin flame is your true divine counterpart, they will rise with you. If not, someone else will align at that higher frequency. And when that happens, it won't feel like you're moving on. It will feel like alignment. No one really talks about how some twin flames evolve into a different type of connection. Sometimes, union isn't meant to be a lifelong romantic relationship, but rather a mission-based connection, a deep soul recognition that doesn't require a relationship, or a temporary activation that prepares you for the person you're actually meant to be with. The collective energy is changing fast, and many twin flame teachings are stuck in old timelines. When you consciously shift into more expansive realities, you can open up new levels of expansion and growth. The biggest shift happening now is, no more waiting. No more suffering disguised as love. No more giving energy to a connection that is not evolving with you. If your twin flame is your true match, they will align. If not, something better is aligning. Period. What many haven't realized is that twin flame teachings from 10+ years ago are outdated because the collective vibration has changed. Separation isn't an unchangeable stage. It's a frequency misalignment that doesn't have to happen if both people choose to grow together, and waiting is old energy. The new paradigm is about stepping into the highest version of love now. Here's the truth. If this shift resonates with you, it's because your soul already knows. It's already feeling the change. So ask yourself, am I holding on to a connection that's keeping me stuck? Or am I allowing the highest version of love to align with me? If you're ready to step into the most abundant version of yourself, give this a thumbs up. Drop a comment if you've been feeling this shift. Have you noticed your connection evolving? Or have you felt something new aligning? I would love to hear what you've personally experienced. And if you're ready to fully step into this higher frequency of love, make sure to subscribe because I'm going deeper into what nobody else is talking about in 2025. And remember, shift your frequency. Shift your reality. With quantum vibes,